We are about 15 miles north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. Matt Prater, been around a long time, will get us started here. And off we go from South Florida. Devon Achane to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. In motion comes Beckham. Right to the air is Richardson. That is caught right side by Beckham. This down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's deep to the back of the end zone.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing right away, it's May. That is caught downfield by Douglas. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range, but for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run it here with Antonio Gibson. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. That's Bradley Chubb. They're on the stop. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's a give to Stevenson.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. operating from the shotgun. It's May. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
He'll get this to the former Falcon, Jonnu Smith. That one good for a dozen, and a very quick first down.
And this quarterback has a reputation for being one of the faster quarterbacks in the league, but what I loved here is, yes, he used his legs, but he remained a passer for as long as he could, and leads to a nice pickup.
Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it first and goal inside the 5. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And he's in. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, first and 10. Sending a receiver right. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Off the play fake, here's May. He's got Douglas going deep. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Miami. Now Sanders on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dolphins will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. play action. Here's May. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
It's a gain of 16, and it's two nice plays to begin this drive.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll motion the tight end right. May to the air once more. Quick throw here is complete. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through one. 14-0 is our score. And we're back to South Florida after this. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. On the give, this is Stevenson. And he's just pushing guys out of the way, powering forward for a gain of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll go play action with May. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
On 3rd and 2, it's May. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Brooks. Accelerating toward midfield. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Dolphins. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. Fighting off tackles, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's May. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked by the rookie out of Penn State.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. From the gun, Richardson. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. That's taken in. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Bisons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
Here's 1st and 10. Bell is the man in motion. Throwing on 1st and 10. Now, look out. That ball is free in the end zone. So first the decision to throw down here, backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. Oh, they leave Hill wide open. How did they do that? And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. Looking underneath for Achane. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
In motion, it's Waddle. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Miami. Sanders here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins stretch things out even further. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Receiver in motion, going right. Here's May to throw it on first down. He'll get this out wide. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll give this to Stevenson, running right. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and a yard, here's May. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up the first down.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
To throw on first down is May. To the left side here, caught by Baker. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. May now on 1st and 10. That's complete to Baker. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
On 2nd down, it's May. That is caught. What a throw. Javon Baker. Touchdown, Bison. Now the veteran Matt Prater for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bisons are able to cut into the deficit.
Bison 7. Matt Prater set to kick off.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return is Achane. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. In motion, it's Waddle. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. Sending it deep for Waddle. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
Again, working deep downfield. That's caught! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score! 76 yards. Touchdown, Miami. And the kick is good. So what a finish to this first half as they extend the lead. All right, Coach, thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Bell is the man in motion. Off the play fake, it's May. He finds Bell. That's caught. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, here's a run with Stevenson. And he'll bring this to about the 25. Jalen Phillips in on the stop. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun. It's May. And that is incomplete. Davon Baker was the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. On now comes the punt team for the Bisons. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie, here's Devon Achane. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. On play action, Richardson gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
On first down, it's Richardson. This is caught down that right sideline. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. 2 touchdowns for him in the game, and 60 on the year. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will add one more onto their big lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. On the handoff, it's Stevenson. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Here's May. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And on third down, that ball...
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This will be returnable from his own 15. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. That's an RPO quickly into the hands of Waddle. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Now a 3rd and 2. Out of a shotgun, Richardson. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation And that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
They'll stay on the ground with Achan. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 12. Now runs for the first time for the veteran Raheem Mostert. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now Richardson. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. They get 25 on that connection. Good for a Dolphins first down.
This is the age-old dilemma that defensive coordinators go back and forth on. Is the best pass defense to send more big bodies at the quarterback and get the ball out of his hand? Or is it to really pack your back end, Mike, with more defensive backs and more guys that can guard space? In this case, they got a lot of defensive backs on the field. Quarterback has a lot of time to find the open zone and leads to a big play. Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. Now, this looks like a design run. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Milton. Middle of the field, that's taken in by Baker. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note.
And this will be tracked down and intercepted. Picked off by Javon Holland. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop, look off the safety, hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Once again, it's Achane. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. And the Bisons are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Milton. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Milton. He'll air it out down the middle. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They'll run with Achane. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Throwing, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Get out of the gun is Milton. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Keanu Neal.
There's really no other way to put it, Mike. This has just been a rough outing for the young rookie quarterback. And I think everyone understands going into these games, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be learning moments that these guys are going to gain that they can only gain through experience. The problem is, it's really hard to have positive learning experiences when you throw 3 picks. He's got to see the field better. He's got to anticipate better. And ultimately, he just needs to play better for his offense to have a chance. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
They'll toss it here to Achan. Space to run inside the 20. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Now Sanders on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dolphins add on to their already sizable lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. He's found his receiver, Butte.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him... It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
Enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he's going to have the 1st down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He'll get this out wide. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. So, fins up. It's a win for the Dolphins. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Dolphins, home winners here as we say farewell from South Florida.